Hey, I want to share some relatable real estate with you. I often tell folks who are thinking about buying a home for the first time that don't sit and wait for the dream home. Go ahead and get something that works for you, something you can afford now, and ride it out for a few years and build equity. You're going to make more money in equity on that house by living there and paying your mortgage for a few years than you ever will if you're in an apartment or paying rent. So I have a little case study I want to share with you that demonstrates this point beautifully. We have a client of ours. She is a single mother. She moved to the United States from Central America, and she knew that she wanted the American dream of owning a home and building wealth. And guess what? She bought a house in 2014. Was it her dream home? No. Did she love the house? No. The house worked for her. She was able to put her family in there, and instead of paying money on rent, she was able to pay money on that mortgage, and a portion of that every day went towards paying off the house. And in addition, the house was rising in value as she was doing that. So fast forward, and then just 6 years later, in 2020, she sold that house for $100,000 more than she bought it for. She made $100,000 because she owned that house in just 6 years. But let's get back to our story because it gets even better. So in 2020, she sold that house, took all of her equity, plunked it down on another house in Smyrna. That house was about $250 is what she paid for it. And now we're 3 years, 3 years later since she bought it. And her house she lives in now, that house has gone up in value over $100,000 in 3 years. So she has built $200,000 of equity in 9 years. Can you understand now why I say all the time that owning real estate is the single best way to build wealth in America? If you're a first-time home buyer, buy the house you can afford that will work for you. Don't hold out for the dream house, because here's the little secret. If you buy the house now that you can afford that will work, you stay there for 3 to 5 years, you sell that house, take all that equity, plunk it down on the next house and move up. Within 10, 15 years, you could own your dream house, maybe even own it free and clear. So if you got questions about how to buy a house, if you got questions how to get financing, if you just want to know the process of going from a renter to a homeowner, give us a call. We'll help you out.